Hello everybody, just fixing my hair. Okay, so in my last video, I said that I wanted to discuss my machines and their functions. I did my best with the setup so that I could try to show everything that I have. There's some stuff in this back rack, rolling shelf, I don't know, that I want to get into. So before I start, there's no right or wrong way to do anything. I mean, yes, the machines have their functions and what their purposes are for, but you can do whatever it is you want to do. If you're doing something and it contradicts what I say, you do you. I mean, this is just the way I do things, when I use my tools and the types of products that I use with my tools. So by no means am I saying that this is the only way and the right way. It's just how I do it and what's been working for me. Also, in my last video, I got a comment. Somebody asked if I could post like before and afters, and I have an Instagram for that. Body X Christomar, like Body by Christomar. I'll put it in somewhere. Little T. I have a lot of problems with like community guidelines or reports. I don't really know what's happening there, but they take down a lot of my stuff. So if you do want to go over there, there's a lot that's still up there. I've been doing this for a few years now, so my work is up there. I use stories mostly just because I don't have that problem of getting reported. So check that out. I'll put it in somewhere, either in the description or in the video itself. But let me just jump right into these machines first. They are a little loud, so I'm going to do my best to speak at a higher volume so you can hear me and I can kind of discuss what each thing does. So first off, if you are doing wood therapy like I have over here, or if you're just using machine, that's fine. But if you're going to use wood therapy, it's best to use machines first. Why? Because what I'm going to go into, the functionalities. This is vacuum RF, so it's got the radio frequency in here. I'm going to turn it all on right now. This one's cavitation, and this one is just radio frequency. This one is about the same functions, just small differences. This is cavitation. I think this one is 40K. They're 30K or 40K. That's really the only difference. This one has RF and cavitation, which I do not use at the same time, and I'll explain why. This video might be a little long, so suggest grabbing a snack or a water. This little guy here, this one has RF, like this one and this one, as well as the vacuum. So this one is this one, on like a much smaller scale, because this you would use for your face. Oh, and these are both Ari Storm machines. You can get them on My Chaiway. You might have some luck on Amazon. They don't always have everything. I would suggest going into like a brand. I like My Chaiway. I think they have pretty much everything. This machine that you see over here, I got that one from there. One of my favorite machines. They have just a lot more to choose from, different price ranges, and it is a Chinese factory, but they have United States warehouses, and it's you're not gonna wait a month to get all of your machines unless they have something over there that they don't have here. But I think for the most part you're gonna find everything that you need there. I don't know if you can see it. Well, I'll grab it in a minute, but there's another machine I got from them that I really like, and it really isn't that expensive. They can get expensive, but if you kind of know what you're doing and know what you're looking for and already have an idea of like what it is that you're going to be using them for? What type of clientele do you have? I have built this up over time, so I realize there's a lot of stuff, but I work with, I don't know, I would say I work with a very similar demographic, and I'll get into all that as well. But if you already know what kind of girls you're working on, or men, whoever, anybody that you're working on, then that'll kind of help you decide on what machines it is that you want. So, okay, back to this one. So this is the, let me get it. So this is my electroporation and EMS. EMS is electric muscle stimulation. So this one, if you use it all over the face, you'll feel it like tugging and pulling at your face, just like exercising the muscles of your face. You can use it on the body as well. It's just, I don't think it's only going to be for somebody who's like already kind of getting abs but wants more ab. Okay, you can use this on there and they'll feel it, because you can turn it on, and if there's too much fat to get through, they're not going to feel it. That's what I mean about it being better for the face. But you can use it anywhere, even here on the arms, if you want to like help somebody tighten up their muscles here. This one's really cool. And the electroporation comes in many devices. I like this machine because I didn't have to buy another electroporation device. But what it does is it helps product absorb into the skin better. It kind of opens up those cells and gets them moving, so that if you're doing, let's say, what's it called? Not yesotherapy. It's like, I already forgot. If you're doing like a, let's say, like a fat burning product, and you want it to go into the skin better, or if you're trying to do some type of, God, what's the word? It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me randomly. I cannot think about it right now. But yeah, it's to help better product absorption. So you could use this maybe even before a microneedling. If you do like a facial and then you want to just put your electroporation or something device all over the face, because you're going to be pushing, you are going to use your needles to push the product in, but that's also to create the micro injuries. So you're kind of getting like 2-in-1. That's that. I like to also use it because, like I said, the product absorption, but I feel like it kind of like acts as a primer for what you're gonna do first. So, mesotherapy. If you're gonna do like needleless filler, let's say for, you know, the glutes, or if you're going to use, you're not gonna use the gun, like the one they use for the lips. If you're not gonna use like, it's almost like an airsoft gun. I don't even remember what the actual name is for it. But if you're not going to use something like that, it's just going to be topical. There's a lot of different serums and such that you can use for that. That would be a really good machine to buy for that. So let me turn them on, and I can go into these functions as well. It is a little loud. So, like I said, you are going to use, okay, vacuum RF. You can turn your RF all the way up to whatever you want, and then set your suction and release. Depending on the body part is how I would decide how strong or not. So, let's see. It's got the suction. Well, you can't see it, right? But for this one, you would use oil. I would use oil. The reason that I say you want to set the correct setting as far as like suction goes is because, let's say that you're working on the back of the legs and she has a lot of loose skin. This is gonna hurt, like pulling it in. So just pay attention to the areas that you're working on, and you'll kind of know. This machine, I'm not gonna turn it on because there's really no purpose. Like you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. Yeah, Yeah, these wires are gonna be the death of me. Those wires on that one, oh my god, it's like one of my favorite machines to use, and I'll get into why, but cleaning it is a whole other thing. So cavitation, I don't think you can really see, but cavi here, cavitation has a loud sound. This one as well. Let me see, I'll turn it on. This one's even louder. So cavitation, it sounds like a ringing, and you can hear it as the sculptor, but they can hear it, like the client, whenever you're touching. So this is only for fat. Do not put this anywhere near the spine. None of these things. Don't touch anybody's spine. But this is only for fat. Why do I say that? Because people want to put this all over somebody's ribs and like bring it up here, move it around. Like, you don't need to do that, because this is only to target fluid. And you'll know that it's targeting fluid because you're going to hear the it's like a very high pitched sound. Super annoying for yourself and for the client. So I just turn on some TV, or I give them the phone, or I have music playing or whatever, and I tell them, if you want to distract yourself for a bit. It's not painful, it's just annoying, in my opinion. I don't like the sound, but it works. So back to what I said about using it on fat, you would use it, say gut. If you are going to use it for cellulite, make sure that you can pinch the cellulite. If you can pinch it, then you can use cavi. So this one over here has the cavi in it, that device. I turn it all the way down. I don't use it with the cavi in here, or with the RF, and here's why. Cavitation uses gel. RF, for myself, I know a lot of people use gel, they prefer gel. I've heard it a million times. I do not. I use glycerin. This is an old bottle. I just keep refilling it, but you can get this anywhere, really. Vegetable glycerin, not vegetable oil. Vegetable glycerin. So like, you can see it's lighting up. This one the same. So it's whatever you want. It's up. That's the red light that goes in it. The red light, I love red light. If anybody knows anything about red light therapy, I've got more red light therapy. I have a mask. I have a light. There are a million ways to use red light therapy. I broke my lamp. I had my infrared lamp and then I dropped it. So that wasn't cool. But the infrared lamp, it gets hot. So red light usually gets pretty hot. These, they already have heat coming from the RF, because that's the point. RF, you can use all over the face. You can use all over the bones. That's where, if your girl's got bra fat, you can use RF there. It's safe. I prefer it. There's no sound. It's nice and warm. Oh, more red light. I forgot. I always have them lay on the belt, and I understand a lot of people are like, it doesn't burn fat. Okay, it produces collagen, and if the diodes, these little things are over 10, which we'll get into, but let's just use that as a scale. If they're over 10, they can burn fat, just not as fast as that machine does over there. Arm pads, which I also put on the back of the legs. For the chin, more red light. Red light is like my favorite thing ever. And I just love it because it produces collagen, it gets the blood flow going, and it makes my job easier, and it makes the girls, well, in my case girls, right? That's why I keep saying that. It makes the girls blood flow so they look very pretty and young, and all this color comes back into their face. and their body, and it's just like the beauty secret. Some people say you don't want to get a facelift, you don't want to get anything like that, you're doing skin tightening. Red light and EMS, something like this. And then I have that other machine back there that I'll bring down right now. But let me get back into this one. So again, remember I said this one was the smaller version of that thing over there. This is what it does. I'm just gonna leave the settings on what they are. This you would drag all over the face. I use oil for these or glycerin. Glycerin if you're using the RF. If you just want the vacuum, you can turn it down and you can take the RF off and just use vacuum. Or you can take the vacuum off and like set it down both modes, to 0 and just use the RF however you want to do it. And then this one, you're not even really gonna see it. I mean, just the red light. I don't want to touch it because it'll shock me. But yeah, this one, the EMS, I use with gel. It's a much better conductor. Turn that one off. Okay, so back to these. So remember I said that little one was the EMS, the stimulating one? We have one here as well. These stupid wires. Okay, so we have one here as well. You can put the energy up to however you want it. This one, it's on, but it has these little buttons here. So we're gonna turn it on. And you can set whatever color you want. On my TikTok, I went through all the colors as to like what they do and the functionalities of them. But if you ever want to be safe, red's the way to go. Blue is for acne because it kills and like breaks down bacteria. That's why they use it for like teeth whitening and such. I forgot what the yellow was. Oh, for like congestion, sinuses. This one, I never use it. I would rather just go blue, but white and purple are really good for like hyperpigmentation and brightening up the face. But like, oh, and green is hyperpigmentation as well. But I would just go to red. Red is like my favorite. Red is, some people feel how they want to feel about it, but I would just say red, blue, and green are my favorites. If you get something with like that function, as long as you have those 3 colors, you're good. These are also RF, radio frequency, skin tightening, face. This one, it's not as hot because you can use this one pretty close to the eyes for like eye lifting, all the way up here too on the eyebrow. Here, so this one's just for little hard to reach spaces, whereas this one is all over the face. So I like them both because we've got the prongs and then we also have like a flat surface, which I don't know. I like it. I wouldn't say there's a difference as far as like, oh, this one's better, this one's not, but I like them because depending on the client, depending on what areas I'm doing, depending on what they want. For my really, really skinny girls, I can even use this on the arms. I can use that one on the arms and just drag it across and then turn my vacuum on and suction it. And that eliminates the need to do cupping if you're trying to save time, right? Okay. The other little function here is the fan, the cool fan, heating fan. Let's say you're using a lot of RF, or after you do a microneedling, or if you're doing anything that has to do with like heat, this thing gets really cold and you can just like put it on the face like this head. Fan them really quick, it just gets super cold. So those are the functions of that one. Before I forget, let me grab this one for the EMS. So these are the Russian waves. I'm not gonna plug them in because you really wouldn't be able to see anything unless I turn them on and like put them on myself, which I could always do in a future video. These pads, you stick them on, let's say the abs. Oops. Say the abs, right? We're gonna put them on here. You're gonna turn on your machine. You're gonna set it. Every person has a different setting. And the reason for that is because they hurt a little bit. So they like contract the muscle for you. You can put them on the arms, you can put them on the legs, you can put them on the glutes, you can put them on the abs, you can put them anywhere, not the face. That's what we have these machines for. I have another one somewhere. But if you just put a microcurrent on the face, that's what it is. So it is. They're little jolts of microcurrent energy that flow to those areas of the body parts that we're talking about. And the cool thing about this machine, I got this one on my Chaiway also. The cool thing about this machine is that you can go in and set it. So like, let's say I want the arms to be less than the abs, and I put it on the abs, and those are going really strong, but the arms are going to be a little more sensitive. You can lower that down. So I like this machine a lot. Not everybody likes to use it because it can be a little painful and it will leave you very sore. But if you're used to working out, oh, sorry, I was looking at something on my phone. If you're used to working out, then you're gonna love it. I love it. I haven't used it in a little while, mostly just because I've been exercising so much. But well, I took like a week off. I always take time off on my period, which I should get into that as well. If you are body sculpting, any of these things, I do not suggest using them when you're on your period. You're already swollen. Your lymph nodes are already working overtime. There's already extra blood flow. I don't like to use waist trainers. I don't like to do these sculpting services, anything on myself when I'm on my period. I think it's just a natural part of what we go through as women. Let your body do its thing, let your body cleanse itself out, and then come the day that you get off, or the next day, or start the day after. I think that we shouldn't be so hard and aggressive on ourselves. If you're one of those girls that's like, I don't care, I never get cramps, I never feel any PMS symptoms, or I never have these problems, by all means go for it. Like I said, if it works for you, it works for you. Personally, I don't, and I don't like for my clients to come like that either. I feel like it's a waste of the session, it's a waste of their money. I don't mind doing like a hot stone massage, which I've got that back there. I'll do a hot stone massage on you, help you relax, release some tension in your feet, whatever. That's cool. I don't mind that, but I don't think it's good to body sculpt, and I don't think you should be touching the lymphatic system. That's why we don't do that on pregnant women or women that are breastfeeding, because we do not need to be touching those lymph nodes when you're trying to produce milk. This can either back you up, it can stop your flow, it's not healthy. Okay, so this other machine that I love so much. The reason that I love this machine so much, it says, I don't know if you can see it, it says 160 MW. 160 MW. Remember what I said about these little diodes needing to be 10 to burn fat? Okay, on this one, each of these is 160. So you are burning a lot more fat than you would with, you can't see it, but like this has like a little space here. This used to have a bunch of these pads, and they come in more like an oval shape. I don't even know where they're at, because they'll say 650 nm, nanometers. Nanometers just means that's how far down the laser can go, which is great. Oh, I had to yawn. Okay, which is great. 650, that's awesome. We want the length of the laser to be able to penetrate 650, because that means it can target our fat. However, that doesn't mean that it's burning anything. It's just producing collagen because it can't get hot enough. The MW, I want to say it's milliwatts. Could be wrong, but that's the strength of the laser. So we want this strength. We can put this anywhere. You do not need oil or gel or hot creams or anything. You could just put it on just like that on the body. You'll feel, I don't even want to say it's a zap, because it's not a zap. Like it is a little zap feeling, like and you might hear it, but it doesn't feel like anything. It doesn't hurt at all. I have those all for the body, and then we have 4 of these small little ones for the face. So perfect for under here, wherever, if somebody has a lot of fat. Stay away from the thyroid. We don't need to touch the thyroid, but you can do it anywhere along the sides. However, those wires are insane. They're great because they're so long and you can have it like practically on the other side of the room and like attach it to your client, but it's a mess. Okay. Oh, sorry. So with the yawn. So this vacuum machine, I'm just gonna pull it out. You get it. A vacuum. It suctions. It has settings here where you could put it where it suctions and then or go faster or slower or whatever. Depending on the area. So if you're gonna use it for breast lifting, you would hit that mode. There's just different little modes that you can get into, which if you do decide to get this machine, this one I'm pretty sure I got it on Amazon. It's like my third one, but not because they break down. I just like bought different ones. So when you get that one, it comes with these, I believe. Yeah, it comes with these clear ones, these clear booty cups. Yeah, I have so much stuff. So these wires, they have different sizes because I have different cup sizes, which I've bought separately as well. But it comes with like all the cupping. These are good for if you're literally doing like therapy cupping, like on the back or whatever. I don't offer that. I don't do it. However, I do use like these if I'm going to be like let's say working on hip dips, and I'll kind of use it to like start plumping up that area before I go in with something like these. These are also, these are a little smaller. These are also for breasts, and I like them for hip dips as well. I don't really get anybody that does breast lifting. I would know how, I just don't get them a lot. So, comes with those. And it will come with these as well. 3 different sizes. Well, I guess I can hold it like this. You can see the big one. This is for legs, body, whatever. Smaller, maybe for like, you know, this side, the abs, whatever, depending on the size of your client. This one's for the face, but I don't really reach for it because I do have that other one, unless I'm only working with this machine. And then I can grab this one. It's real smooth and it feels really good. They get pretty cold to the touch, so I feel good. I also have these other sizes. So these are like my XL big booty girls. Got these and my pink cups. They're XL compared to just like a regular large. Again, it all depends on the size of your client and what you're doing. I don't think the cones or the round ones, if you have one or the other, that's fine. You're still gonna get your results. I do like a variety. When I said that I see the same demographic of women, what I mean is most of my clients all have the exact same thing. I want a slim stomach and a big butt. I get arms, I get faces, I get all that, but I would say the general realm of what I do and like what people want from me is that. So I've kind of built my things around, my cat's meowing. I've kind of built my things around that. So I do like to have a variety. It is what I do all the time, so I don't feel bad buying all this stuff and, you know, just I don't feel bad in giving myself all the options. It's something that I really enjoy, and I've taken a lot of time to learn it and to understand it and to to do this full time. I've put a lot into it. So you do not need to start off with all this. If you want one machine, I would suggest one of these and a vacuum. The vacuum, because it can do what these won't. So like you can have the booty cups on her, and then while she's laying there, you can use your vacuum RF on her legs, maybe on her back if you're still wanting to do more of that. You can multifunction at the same time, or you can put the booty cups on her and then you can go in with the RF for like the inner thigh to tighten them up while she's laying down. I mean, it's really up to you, and every client is different, even if they all want the same things. As far as, like I said, like I want a slim waist and a big butt. Okay, even if they want all of that, you're still going to have to decide, okay, do I need to use this? Is she gonna work with that? Is this gonna work on her? And you learn as you go. So, I mean, if you're already in this body sculpting business and if you're already doing it, then, you kind of know what I mean. And I hope that you did get something new or some type of information that you didn't know before, or at least some creative ideas on what it is that you can bring to your own business with your own clients. But if you are starting out and you're completely new at this, you don't even know if you want to do it, you're still just like researching, check out my Chai Way, check out Amazon, compare prices. I know that there's other wholesalers and stuff, but my Chai Way has been the more affordable for me. Yes, these machines can get expensive, but that's where I've found the most the better deals. And then they also have like holiday sales and different things sometimes. So even if it's 20% off, 30% off, 10% off, whatever, I mean, you're still saving something. I like Ari Storm, the S shape. I think that they got popular because they work. So I did really enjoy those. That 160 MW laser lipo machine, it's one of my favorite tools. You can use it before or after you start. I usually do it after so that I can just let them rest, chill on the phone, whatever it is that they want to do, and watch a little TV, listen to music, nap. And then you can just kind of like use your hands, or you can vacuum to kind of like do a little last drainage. And I do like a hot cream. Oh no, this one's a booty cream. I have a hot cream back there. I like the hot cream, especially if they're wearing something tight, or if they're gonna go to the gym afterwards, or if they already came from the gym, they'll continue to sweat a little bit more. And for like my booty clients, when they're done, I always tell them, do you want to smell like a coconut or do you want to smell like candy? I use the Truly Buns of Glory. I don't think you can see it. It's got like a cotton candy kind of smell. Or the Sol de Janeiro. I don't know how to say that. The Bum Bum Cream. I just love the way it smells. It's so soft. I love it. What else do I have here? Oh, I have a coffee scrub, but this is cool if you're gonna do like cellulite treatments or whatever, and you can always put these as a little upcharge or include it to those girls that like come all the time, your regulars, and you're like, hey, let me just do a quick little scrub on you before we get started. This, you could use it either manually, or you can use it with, if you do metal sculpting, I would say do it with metal, because then you can just rinse it off. And with your wood, it takes forever. How do I clean my tools? Depending on what it is that I used. So I use Cavi wipes and Cavicide spray. So the spray, a lot of times what I'll do, and then I'll just get like a regular cloth. What I'll do is like these, since I use glycerin on like some of these, it can really get embedded in there, or the gel, forget it. Like, so I'll like do like a wipe down really quickly, or you can use paper towels, but I use these because I just wash everything and bleach it. You can remove the gel and then you can spray it down for like 30 seconds to a minute, and then go in with another one or with the other side or whatever and like clean them. The wipes, I kind of use those on the pads. Even the Russian waves, I like to use the wipes too, but sometimes it just depends on how much I used of like the gel, because the Russian waves are gonna use gel. Depending on what I used or where I used it, depending on how much is on there, I'll just kind of remove it all first and then go in and make sure it's extra clean with the Cavi wipes, the Cavicide. So yeah, it's really just preference. So I hope I didn't leave anything out, or if there's any other questions, just leave it in the comments, DM me on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok. You can send me something there. I do post a lot there, but that one too, I get a lot of like, this got flagged for nudity, or it's flagged for, I don't know, whatever. The music, sometimes they'll take down the music for a month because of a copyright issue, and then it'll go back to the music's back, or it's not, but like, it can be a whole thing. So I don't know. I don't really know where to post this stuff sometimes, but I do try to get it up there and showcase my work. But on my Instagram, on the Body by Christopher, that one will be where you see a lot of before and after photos. I'll kind of like be able to write more through the descriptions. So I'm kind of hoping to shift that over here. If I can get a model, one of my friends or somebody that'll like let me work on them, I could probably do more here than on those sites, just to avoid getting reported. So like I said, I hope that helped, and yeah, leave me a comment if you liked it or if you have any further questions, and I'll do my best to get back to you and to answer all that.